Legend of the Great Beetle. Although Latibs can be found across the vast expanse of undermoss, and tribes can be completely isolated even from their nearest neighbors, the same story is repeated everywhere: the legend of the Great Beetle. Long before life appeared in the world, and before undermoss came into being, there was an egg buried deep in the soil. No one knows exactly how long it had been there or where it came from. Some Latibs speculate that it existed from our very beginning, gradually accumulating dust and rocks, shaping our planet. Other tribes say that there was first the earth, and only later did life emerge. But these are the only differences in the Latib myths. They all agree that one day the egg began to crack, and the whole world shook. When the Great Beetle emerged from its former refuge, after centuries of stagnation, it suffered from a terrible hunger. It began to devour, feeding on soil and stones. The shell of the huge insect looked incredible. It is said that the patterns, which shimmered in various colors, were constantly changing. At times it was adorned with stripes, at other times fractal spirals. Sometimes its armor smoothed its patterns and darkened the color to resemble the dark tunnels surrounding the beetle. Other times it gleamed with a dazzling whiteness. The Great Beetle made its way through the world, carving infinitely winding and branching tunnels, which many years later would have been named undermoss. However, the wandering creature did something more. Every now and then it would lay small eggs along its path, then move away, continuing to dig corridors. Over the years, millions of eggs accumulated. It is worth mentioning that the ground also held the seeds of numerous plants that had not yet had the chance to sprout. This changed with the journey of the Great Beetle and the creation of spacious tunnels. The tunnels turned green, and from the previously deposited eggs, shield beetle offspring hatched. The newborn shield beetles did not inherit the ability to change the colors of their armor from their parent, but they were not identical either. Each of them had the same pattern and colors as the Great Beetle at the moment it laid its egg. Soon after the birth of the young insects, more creatures entered the caves from the moss, walls, and streams, and the place began to teem with life. Legend has it that the Great Beetle continues to create new tunnels to this day, devouring soil and expanding undermoss. Latibs respect the Great Beetle, just like any other living creature. However, they do not worship it or build it monuments. For them, it is just a regular part of the ecosystem. They know that by digging tunnels, it acted for its own benefit, out of hunger, not out of an altruistic desire to create. Latibs act in the same way. They take advantage of nature's goods because they realize that many animals also benefit from the result of their work. They all need each other and create an amazing symbiosis.